So AD, we're gonna play a game. Overrated or underrated. I'm gonna let you know the player name, and you're gonna let me know whether the player is overrated or underrated, or if the player is like properly rated, like they just in between. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Erling Haland.
I think he's perfectly rated because he's been scoring a lot of goals. And people have been giving him a lot of respect. He won the Golden Boy Award, I think, last year. So, yeah, I think he gets the praise that he deserves. Robert Lewandowski.
Properly rated. I know he's a Bundesliga merchant and all, but, I would love to see him in another league, especially the Premier League. But you may have another player go to the Bundesliga and even go to Bayern Munich and not being able to do what Robert Lewandowski is doing right now. They won't be able to replicate his mastery, his wizardry, because what he's doing is simply nuts, man. Yeah, the hat-trick against Dortmund, oh man. So I do think he's properly rated. Antoine Griezmann.
I think right now, I don't know, man. I think he's perfectly rated. I don't think anyone's really criticizing him. Although he has been doing good this year. I think he's one of the top goal scorers and assisters. It's just, I don't know. This one's a tough one for me. I can't really decide for this one. I don't really hear a lot of people rate Griezmann though.
I actually think Griezmann is a bit overrated, being that you have to consider the fee that he went from Atletico Madrid to Barcelona, and he has not produced.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But I think there's a sentimental, thing, there's an attachment there because he's a Barcelona player, so yeah.
Ederson.
I'm gonna have to say underrated. Highly underrated, because he is in the shadow of Alisson, seeing that Alisson has made more first team appearances for Brazil than Ederson have. But if you look at what Ederson does for Manchester City, I don't think any other goalkeeper could do what he does. Maybe a Manuel Neuer, but I do think that Ederson, with his feet and his distribution, is probably better than Neuer. Neuer is the original sweeper keeper, from what I know. But yeah. Ederson could be a little rash, and he's a lot younger than Manuel Neuer. So I would say Ederson is underrated, and the fact that he is a Man City keeper, people just likes to hate. You know what I mean?
I think that's true.
Yeah, they just like to hate on Man City and the players anyway. So I'm going to say underrated for Ederson. Definitely not overrated. Marcelo Bielsa, the Leeds manager.
I think he's a bit underrated, because I think people need to respect what he's been doing. He brought Leeds to the Premier League, which was a pretty incredible achievement. He's still playing this very expansive style of football. It's very attractive to watch, very fun to watch. Obviously, it's not the most economically best. Obviously it's not. It's very risky. I do think he is a pretty good manager, and it's pretty bold. It's pretty interesting to have this kind of team play that expensive. And still doing very well, and they're doing well in the Premier League. Because this is a new team just from they got newly promoted. They're not even in the relegation scrap. So, yeah.
Well said. You're spot on.
Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola is I think I would have to say, to be honest, I would have to say underrated. He does get rated, but again, the fact that he's at City, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he's at City, and people expect Pep Guardiola to do big things after what he did at Barcelona. The expectations were out the roof. You understand?
Yeah.
So what he did at Barcelona, he set a precedent to where he has to continue winning leagues, winning the Champions League. He went to Bayern Munich, he won the league, but he failed to win the Champions League. He came to City, and he's been at City for, this is his 5th season, and he's on the cusp of winning a 3rd title. So the fact that people keeps bringing up the Champions League, and the fact that he have not won the Champions League maybe in over 10 years or so, it's underrated, because if you look at his overall stats as a manager, where he has played over 500, he has managed over 500 games, almost 600, And the man has won 400 plus of those games.
Yeah, that's true.
So people kind of lose their minds when Pep lose to Lyon or Monaco, or you see what I'm saying, or a Tottenham Hotspur, because they expect so much better. So that's why I say he's underrated, because he's underrated on the basis of he's done so much, but people still thinks like, oh, he should be winning the Champions League. You see what I mean? But haters would say he's overrated.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. I know you wasn't expecting that one, but yeah. Thiago Alcantara.
Oh, this is a tough one. To be honest, I think right now, I think it's mainly the Liverpool fans, I think, that are kind of overrating him. You know, I would say, like, in general, I don't think anyone's like really praising him. Anyone's really criticizing him. So I think if I was looking from general perspective, I guess he's properly rated. But if you're looking from specific Liverpool perspective, I guess it would be kind of overrated.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. And I think that the Liverpool fans just get hyped when new players come to their club. That's what it is. Especially marquee players like Thiago, who came from Bayern Munich after winning the title. Every season he was there, and he won the Champions League too. So of course they're gonna get hyped. But when you go to a different league, a different club, different system under different managers, and the results are not the same, then all eyes on you. Because where's the magic? Where's the magic that you brought from Bayern Munich? It's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, well, this is, you said I think he's overrated. I rated him before. I rated him properly, but no, I am going to say he's overrated in the Premier League. I'm going to say he's overrated.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not supposed to answer yours either, but I had to.
Raheem Sterling.
Boy. This guy is so, oh man, this guy is so frustrating, bro. This guy is so frustrating, man. Oh, man. I think he's a in between, because we know of his potential. I think he's properly rated. I think people do rate him when he does good, and people do bash him when he misses an open goal. So, and I do think people still respect him because they know he could come right back and score a hat-trick. So, I must say properly rated. Some may say he's overrated, of course, because then again, he's a City player. So, they will probably say all the City players are overrated. But, I would say he's properly rated, in my opinion. If you check Raheem Sterling's stats, he's only the third player under Pep Guardiola to score 100 goals.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive stat.
And the other players are Messi and Aguero.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that's good company to be in.
Exactly.
You know? So I think he's properly rated. Not underrated, because he does get ratings, and not overrated to where you expect him to do so much and he just disappoints every time. So there you have it. The boy AD744 with Dominic Rich. Overrated or underrated? Episode 1. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Peace.